James Wedgeworth, Charter One Realty. It's a pleasure to be visiting with you this morning. I've been a real estate agent on Hilton Head for 35 years. Today is an historic day because elections were just over. The question is, how does that affect real estate values and activity in the market? There's no saying in sales that says a confused customer never buys. Prior to the Matthew storm, which obviously had a detrimental effect on our market, we'd already seen a significant slowdown in sales. Sometime around September the 1st, it seemed like the bottom of our market just pulled out, and we had very few sales compared to other compared to other August and other Septembers. And most people said, well, everybody's waiting until the election's over. I really don't think it was significant whether your client won, your candidate won or your candidate lost. It's just dealing with the unknown. I've tracked these things over the 8 presidential elections that I've been selling real estate on Hilton Head, and it seems like right before a presidential election, the market always slows down. Once the election's over, then it goes back to normal. So I do think that you will see an increase in activity now that the elections are over. Plus, people were actually tired of the advertisements on TV. They were tired of the bickering, and they'd rather talk about more pleasant things. And most people would really much rather talk about real estate than politics anyway. I've noticed over the years that the month of October and the month of September, prior to a presidential election, we've always seen a large decrease in number of sales. Even when the elections got near the end and it was pretty clear who was going to win, obviously we didn't have that in this election up until last night. I think I went to bed at 3:30. But I've noticed in the past that even if they felt like their side was going to win, people would not make a major decision, and most people purchase second homes look at it as a major decision. Now, I've also noticed over years it's a differential between the second home market in a presidential election and the primary home. It doesn't seem to affect the sales of primary home, but it has a significant effect on the sale of secondary homes. I think the reason for that is most people that buy a beach home or a villa or a place in Harbor Town, they're looking at something that they don't have to have, but they would like to have. But if you get transferred from point A to point B, you have to buy a house. So whether it's a presidential election going on or not, you go ahead and buy. Or if you're retired and moving from Pennsylvania to Hilton Head and your home in Pennsylvania sells, then you got to buy a house. So it hasn't affected that market. But I think by the first year, it'll be all right.